Welcome to a brief lecture about the short story, The Interlopers, written by Saki. The Interlopers is a short story by Hector Hugh Monroe, but he chose a pen name which evokes the style of writing he is famous for, short tales which have fable-like qualities. His stories are generally filled with witty observations and plot twists meant to make the reader think. Saki keeps the reader focused on a specific interaction with sparse but ironic, meaningful dialogue between characters. The title is very important here, as the word interloper means someone in a place or situation where that person is not wanted or not thought to belong. In this selection, the two main characters are each interlopers, both on each other's property and in the natural setting. This selection is an excellent example of a story in which the reader is unsure which character to empathize with, as the protagonist, while the narrator lulls the reader into a false sense of resolution, only to punch in with the actual antagonistic aspect in the very last line. This selection, like many modern pieces, rearranges and chops off the old five-part plot line, giving us rising action interspersed with flashbacks as exposition and ending on a climax that is also a resolution. The setting is around 1900 in the Carpathian Mountain region, an area considered particularly beautiful but wild even now, and which spans across 7 countries today: Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, Romania, Serbia, Slavic Republic, and Ukraine. The only 2 characters here include Ulrich von Gradwitz and George Zanayan. They are the 3rd generation involved in a feud between 2 families over a tract of forested land. Raised since boyhood to hate each other, now, as men with families of their own, they continue the feud, hunting for each other when the notion strikes them in the contested woods on accusation of poaching. On a particularly cold and windy night, they find themselves face to face with the men they have brought with them out of range. Even though the 2 of them are prepared to shoot each other, the narrator, a third person outside of these events, points out that neither of them are killers, and so they each hesitate a moment. Another adversary, nature, takes that chance instead. Yes, Saki uses nature as both the setting, the adversary, a symbol, and the theme here. The 2 men have come to hunt each other, but instead, a flash of lightning sends a massive beech tree down on top of both men, pinning them to the ground. They are cold and desperate, and not bad people, so they decide to call a truce between themselves. In their conversation, it is made clear that they are the most powerful men in the region, and it was only their willful aggression passed down from grandfather to father which had kept their enmity alive. They laugh together at how the village will gawk when they are friends. Then they hear something coming through the forest. They are relieved and shout out to their men, each promising the other rescue and safety, no matter whose men arrive first. Only, it isn't their men, but a pack of wolves. The hunters have become the hunted. As with all Saki stories, it is a basic one, but the depth is in the details. The tract of forest is a symbol which manifests through the cold, wind, and storm, then through the tree and the wolves. Each symbol is an aspect of nature, and this setting and the antagonist, as the main conflict twists from person against person to person against nature, as that becomes the theme. And the humans are the interlopers into nature. Each man fought because he felt he owned the forest, yet, at the end of the day, their quarrels became moot to nature. Saki wants the reader to think about the pettiness of quarrels and humans' place in nature. Saki asks us, the reader, who is the interloper here? This has been a production of Kendrick Curriculum, brought to you by Lisa M. Kendrick. I hope that this has helped you, so don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Thanks for listening.